It's time to give you guys our official announcement. This video is going to be the last video we put on YouTube. Hey, so a lot of you have been asking us about our health journey. What are the things that we're eating? What are the things that we're doing? So we thought we'd take you along on our day. We have quite a bit planned and we have a huge announcement, but it's not going to be until a little later in this video. And you guys are definitely going to want to stick around for that. But first, I just finished getting ready for the day and it's perfect timing because Jerid is about to make us our breakfast. So let's go ahead and answer all of your questions regarding our health plan while he does that. All right, here is our food blogger.
Hey guys. So I felt like first what would be cool is to show you guys the fridge. A lot of you asked about if we meal prep, how do we go about making the meals? So you can see a lot of this stuff is already pre-chopped. There's a few things that I leave unchopped because I do like to do some cutting every day. But the way that we got our meal plan going is we pretty much just put calories, proteins, fats, all that stuff into ChatGPT, ask it to give us a meal plan for 3 days, and then we just put it in a chronometer and make sure everything's accurate. You got to double check.
Because we'll add like a few things if it doesn't hit all of our numbers.
Yeah, you got to double check ChatGPT every now and then. So for breakfast, we're doing a turkey veggie hash. What I do first is I just kind of get all the veggies together. So I need zucchini, broccoli, onion, which I'll be chopping, and celery. Let's go ahead and get that stuff going. Broccoli, zucchini.
And I will say, Jerid does go grocery shopping because he says, I tend to overbuy, which I feel like is not fair, but hey, if he wants to go grocery shopping, I ain't mad about it.
It's not that you overbuy, but you don't underbuy, you know? I would say that. I'm gonna go ahead and do mine first. What I typically do is I get 2 bowls, one for each of us. Everything is in cups, it makes it very easy. So I'm gonna do a half a cup of zucchini.
We're essentially eating keto.
I believe that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, yes. I don't know if goat cheese, because we do, you know, have a good time with goat cheese every now and then.
I want to say keto is like meat, cheese,
just no
vegetables.
Carbs.
Yes,
right.
No carbs. So I don't think there's any carbs in goat cheese.
Or low carbs, I believe. We plan our meals for every 3 days, but we actually eat the same meal throughout the whole week. But on the weekends, we're supposed to up our carbs, which now that we've learned, it really just means extra fruits. So because this is a keto plan, we're not eating processed carbs as like bread, pasta. We're doing more fruits, which I feel like Jerid isn't always a fan of.
I don't mind it. And I think after almost 2 months of not eating any kind of real desserts, fruit has become my friend more or less. So I appreciate fruits, but it is hard sometimes to eat 3 servings of fruit a day. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, and Jerid gets usually like 3/4 of a cup per meal. I think that's pretty tough.
Yeah, I try to just make up for it with goat cheese, you know? I feel like goat cheese and probably coconut aminos, which you guys will see me playing with a little bit later, might be our 2 guilty pleasures on this diet.
But that's not bad.
I mean, it could be much worse.
All right, so do we want to talk about how much weight we lost? Because this isn't about weight loss, but
it is a good metric to gauge if you're doing good.
Yeah.
If you're on a health plan and you're not losing weight, you're probably doing something wrong. Unless you're just building massive amounts of muscle. But as far as weight loss, I want to say when we did the video looking for a new car and we had talked about the Weight Watcher plan that we were on, I was at like 275 and it was the biggest I had ever been. And I believe now I'm around 245.
So you're actually saying your weight.
I'm saying my weight. Okay, I'm down about 30 pounds. You don't have to say your weight, but you could at least give the overall weight loss if you'd like.
Which is wild. Well, I want to take a second because the 30 pounds is like nothing to just pass over.
Well, yeah, I feel pretty good about it. I'm still not wedding fit. I think when we got married, I was around 220.
Yeah.
So I still have about 25 pounds to go before I get to that point. There are people that I haven't seen since I was that thin that if they saw me, they would think I gained weight since then. Yeah. You know, they wouldn't know the weight loss journey. So I got to at least get down under where I was at my recent lowest, which I would say is like 220 from our wedding.
What ideal weight do you want to be? Is it 220 or is it 200?
I think around 200 is probably it. I mean, I already feel very good, but I think at 220 I'll feel better, and then I'll make the decision if I want to continue going down or if I just want to start building muscle on this frame.
On this tall frame of yours. So from July, I've actually lost 20 pounds. I'm excited to continue my weight loss journey and just getting healthy because I really enjoy the fact that I feel a lot less bloated. I think that's a huge benefit. What about you? Did you ever feel super bloated other than when
in life? Have I ever felt? Yes,
no,
I felt very bloated in my life.
No, other than when you were like ate too much. Did you ever feel bloated just normally?
No, I feel like eating way too much was kind of the culprit of me being bloated. I didn't just wake up feeling bloated. I had to work for it.
Well, I do feel like this has taught us. I mean, look at you. You're legit like actually measuring everything. It's crazy the amount of food we were eating before. I don't know if we even realized how much food we were eating before.
I think we did. I think we would have a meal and be like, wow, we just ate way too much. You know? I think it was a matter of not holding ourselves accountable to that.
Yeah.
Because you eat a bunch of food, then maybe you take a little walk, you go home, you relax, you wake up the next day thinking, I'm not going to do that again. And then you do it again,
Yeah.
you know, which is okay, but you got to change at some point.
And then I know for us, then we would tell ourselves, well, we walked a little bit, or, you know, we didn't eat the whole day. And I think that's how we would justify it.
Back to the meal prep. I have all the main ingredients weighed out. The only thing I really need to cut is going to be the garlic, which I only cut for me because you don't like minced garlic. I just cut it and then put it in the food, and then I try to find it at the end and take it out for you.
Yeah, there was one time we did not take it out.
It's okay though. I found it.
Yeah.
I ended up finding it. But the onion, which I'm going to use shallots. I'm not the biggest fan of regular onion. I'll show you guys a little bit of the knife work, you know? And this isn't, I would say, the sharpest knife in the world.
Oh, it's
but
not sharp at all.
Very good. It's not about the tool. It's about the person using the tool, you know?
So does that mean we're not going to get a new knife set?
We can
I mean, the
use-
chef needs a new knife set.
I mean, at any point, either one of us could go get a new knife. That's not very difficult. I just think, you know, we're the kind of people that if we don't really need it, we don't get it. But maybe it is time that we really need a new knife.
I think, you know, you can't up your chef game without new knives.
Well, when I was younger, I played drums, and I still have the same drum set. But for the first year, I played it without a bass pedal. Once I got a bass pedal, I was killing it. So I kind of consider this knife as playing drums without the bass pedal. So once I get a knife with the bass pedal, there ain't no stopping me. If that makes sense. Very weird metaphor. Hopefully some of you caught it, but if not,
So
it's
because
okay.
you would still do the movement with your foot.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I would have to make up for it, you know, I'd have to get creative, so that's kind of what I do with the knife. But a little insight, cutting food ain't the funnest thing in the world, okay? If anything, it gets tiring at a point, and it gets a little repetitive, so what I like to do, little fun trick, is I just envision myself being on a cooking show.
Well, you do this
Yeah.
while you're cooking also, not just chopping.
Oh, while I'm cooking, while I'm chopping, while I'm thinking about food. So like right now, let's say I'm on Top Chef, Master Chef, one of these shows, and I have all the eyes on me. The people are up in the rafters that are my competition. I have the judges walking over to me. And as I'm doing this, in my head I hear, wow, look at his knife work. Oh my gosh, look at that technique. He must have been practicing this for years. That's what I think about. And then like
Ooh, this is
one trick, if you want to catch food, you start like that and then you go down. Oh, that's the technique that everyone talks about that he does. Oh, I learned that when I first started. Stuff like that.
So you're just giving yourself compliments as you're chopping stuff up.
I mean, if you can't compliment yourself, you know? But yes, that's what I'll do. And then it makes it feel fun. And then after the veggies, we are going to get the meat out. Sandy is going to be doing ground turkey, and I'll be doing ground beef.
Yeah, because I'm not a huge fan of ground beef. It bothers my stomach. Jared loves it. So he's going to be eating that, and I usually do turkey, like you said. Are we going to also do our little fruit afterwards? Yesterday, we kind of cheated. We did, because usually our meals on the weekends comes with like a little dessert after each meal. But yesterday, we were in a rush, so we didn't eat that until later. But are we going to do that today?
Let's see how much time we have. Because if not, I also don't mind just eating that when we get back.
Yeah, it's nice.
Because I still got to make lunch.
Jared has become quite the cook. I'm a little embarrassed to say this, but I'm not mad about it. I feel like Jared, when he makes food, it tastes way better than when I actually make food.
Well, there's something about not having to make it and then tasting it that makes it maybe taste better. Because I think when you make food, it tastes better. So I think it partially has to do with the idea that you didn't have to make it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, let us know, guys. Do you guys think food tastes better when you don't make it?
I think it definitely tastes better when you don't make it. So the garlic, what I'll do is I will take Sandy's portion, just cut it into a few pieces for me. Ba-bap, ba-bap.
You do know we have a mincer.
It is way too complicated to wash that thing and we don't have a dishwasher, so I just like to cut it. Then I get to say in my head, oh wow, look at that technique. He could have minced it like most of us, but instead he uses his excellent chopping maneuvers to get it finely cut.
Exciting stuff over here, guys.
Yeah, and then I hear the people say, I wonder what he's making. I can't imagine what dish he's going to create today. I'm so excited to see.
As you guys know, we mentioned that we're working with a doctor. He actually is based out in Hawaii. He used to be here in California, but he moved back home to Hawaii. So we do like a bi-weekly Zoom call with him, and we give him all of our numbers from the tests that we're doing, and then we kind of adjust things as we go along. But we were explaining to him that we felt like a little stagnant in our ketos numbers. So he recommended to do a 48-hour water fast, which Jared
Wait,
and I...
just a second. You gotta get a shot of the olive oil going in. Are you recording this in slow-mo?
No. This is his workstation. He has 2 woks.
Another secret, I don't do it for Sandy's food, but typically during the week, before Sandy goes to work, I'll make sure that her breakfast and lunch are prepped, and then we'll obviously have dinner later after she gets home. But for me, I like to make my food fresh throughout the day, and after I put the olive oil in, let's say the recipe calls for garlic, pepper, salt, thyme, rosemary, cumin. I know a lot about seasonings. I'll actually put the seasoning in the olive oil and let it simmer for a little bit. So by the time I put my veggies in and I stir them around, they've been coated in the already marinated seasoning.
I think you're only supposed to put the garlic and the onions in the olive oil.
What are you supposed to do? What are you really doing? I'm just saying, I'll put a bunch of cayenne pepper in there. It's too hot to eat sometimes. I'll be sneezing while I'm cooking. All right, back to what you were saying.
I did do that with cumin. I feel like cumin makes me sneeze.
I'll be in here sneezing directly on my food, adding extra flavor.
So we went ahead and did the 48-hour fast, which keep in mind, guys, Jerid and I have never really stuck to a cleanse. We did try to do a juice cleanse years ago. Jerid always complains about it because I wasn't able to hang as long as he was.
And you ate a Snicker bar.
And I ate a Snicker bar. But this time, I'm proud to say that we both stuck with it and we killed the 48-hour fast. We were able to drink water with electrolytes, coffee, teas. We recently got some electro powder that we really like. So we were just downing that the whole entire time.
Not sponsored. I asked. They denied. But it's okay. Liquid IV.
Yeah.
I know I posted about it. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you might have seen that. And shout out to Marcy and Mallory, who actually posted that I got them pretty much obsessed with the rainbow sherbet.
That one was a little too much flavor for me.
It has a lot of personality.
Yeah.
But Liquid IV got us
tell them the
through.
other flavor we got.
White peach. I think everyone knows the white peach. White peach is kind of their go-to, and I totally forgot. It looks kind of disgusting at this point. But when you said coffee, it reminded me that I had coffee in the freezer.
So I don't drink coffee anymore, but Jerid does drink coffee. He's obsessed with it.
Stumptown.
And he has been splashing a little bit of coconut milk in there. Normally he just drank it black.
Yeah, drinking a concentrated...
It looks so gross.
It kind of does look funky. It's okay. But drinking a concentrated cold brew is a little too gangster for me.
Yeah, that looks slushy.
Cheers. So now, get a little extra splash.
Oh yeah, and Jerid also,
make sure stuff doesn't stick to the pan.
His fan favorite is to burn the shallots. He feels like it gives a taste.
Little crunchies.
A little crunchies.
Okay, so which is which?
He's learning, guys. He's learning. I don't know, but you're going to be burning your...
Okay. Sometimes you have to forget to remember.
Why don't you weigh them?
This is mine, for sure. Good idea. I'll weigh it. Let's weigh them and see which is heavier, because that's going to be mine.
And while he does that, I'm going to go ahead and move this, because as you guys can see, it's getting burned.
That's the process of creating little crunchies. So now we put the veggies in.
All right, so let's go ahead and multitask. So tell us what you thought about the 48-hour fast.
The first day was definitely the roughest. Just making sure that I was drinking water all day. Had to use the restroom quite a bit. But luckily, I was just at home. I was editing, so I was able to take little breaks throughout. But I think if I had to be like wired in and focused for 12 straight hours, like sometimes I do, it would have been extremely challenging. And I was able to take little breaks because I have to give Walter his medicine every like 4 hours.
Which takes like 30 minutes.
Yeah, but the second day, oddly enough, I wasn't that hungry, and it kind of felt good to not eat, which I have heard people say that after like day 2 or 3, you just kind of get used to it and your body stops really pushing you towards being hungry. And then after the second day, I thought maybe I want to keep doing that. And then I ate food and I thought, nah, I think I want to just eat food now.
I agree with him because I had to go to work the 2 days. It actually wasn't very bad. The first day wasn't too bad. The only time was when the kids came in and had lunch where I was at. The smells were really getting to me, but you know what? I just kept pounding down water. I think at work I drank like a gallon of water alone. And just keep in mind, the first day I actually walked 8,000 steps, which the doctor did say we're able to walk, like just a gentle walk, nothing too crazy. And then the second day, I feel like towards the end of the day, I was starting to feel a little bit more fatigued. I actually ended up getting home and I sat in the car for a second and I fell asleep. I think I was just really tired. It was a long day.
She got home and sometimes she'll sit in the driveway for a couple minutes. Maybe she's on the phone with somebody, so she doesn't come in right away. But it was around that time I thought, there's no reason she's not inside yet. And I had to mail something out.
Yeah.
I got an eBay order. If you guys order from eBay, I take it very serious to get it out to you quick. So I took Walter, I took the package, we went outside, figuring out she's on the phone, you know, we'll just hop in the car, she could take us over to the mail spot. But I walk out and I see in the driver's seat this. I was like, oh my goodness, she's asleep.
And that's
Wake up, I gotta go.
That's never happened to me, but you know what? The sun just felt so good and I just closed my eyes for a second. I think it was actually
did.
more like 30 minutes. I do agree with Jared. It was a lot easier than I thought to not eat, but I'm pretty sure it's because we were drinking so much water, like he said. And luckily, to break our fast, our doctor went ahead and recommended some tips to start introducing foods again. And the first step was to eat a low fiber soup. So I made a potato coconut cream soup. It was so good. And I'm not sure if it was good because we hadn't had potatoes in over a month or because we hadn't eaten 48 hours, but I did record Jared's reaction. So let's take a look on how he liked that. So that's a potato soup.
It looks good.
It smells delicious. Is it just hot or is it just not good?
It's good. It's just very hot. We actually need one of those koozies for it.
Oh yeah, the little small ones.
I feel like I could just drink it out of a thermos.
And I did give you a little bit more than half a cup because you were kind of complaining that you were gonna get just a half a cup.
Look at the size of me right now.
I mean, but I can see the smoke coming out of it. Jared has to leave literally in like right now. So he's just eating it on the go. So far, and you probably can't even tell because you're just eating it and it's so hot.
I'm tasting chicken, which is weird. Is there chicken in here?
Well, there's chicken bone broth.
I think because we haven't actually eaten food and the only flavor I've gotten is from like the liquid IV, my palate is very pronounced right now.
Wow. You guys don't understand how hot this is. I just took it out of the Instant Pot.
It hits hard on the throat for sure. It's good.
Well, don't make yourself sick. Your stomach's gonna hurt.
If you would have told me that you bought this at Panera Bread or something, I would believe you.
It just needs maybe some little sourdough toast.
Some croutons, some pizza. And that's it. Probably all over my beard. Gross. It was delicious. Okay, so now we have taken the veggies out of the woks and it is time to weigh out this meat. Little pro tip. What I like to do when I'm weighing things out is I put the whole container with the meat on the scale. I turn it on. And what a scale is going to do is it's going to start at 0 whether there's something on it or not. But if there's something on it, it's called tearing the scale. And then instead of adding food to it and then seeing the number go up, this is what I do. I need 6 ounces. So it's at 0, all this stuff on it. But as I take meat out, it goes negative 4.5. So now I'll come back. Remember, I need 6 ounces. So I'll just scoop until it says -6, just like that. Boom. 6.1. It's okay.
Yeah, we'll take it.
I can have an extra 0.1 on the weekends. Then obviously I'm not going to use the same spoon for the turkey.
So I definitely don't do that. I do scoop it into a bowl and then measure it that way.
See, my whole thing is I like to dirty the least amount of dishes possible. Not to say that she's dirtying more dishes. It's just this is my
But that's
way.
exactly what he's saying.
But this is my way of not having to use any additional dishes. So let's get the turkey. 4.5 on the dot.
There it is.
I don't let it get completely browned to allow the meat not to completely dry out. Once it's like 80% done, I'll introduce the veggies back in.
When do you put the actual seasonings in?
The seasoning I do at the end. The reason I'm not getting too heavy on the seasoning for this, I got coconut aminos I'm gonna splash
Oh my gosh, and that's like a big bottle.
It's the same size
I
bottle.
feel like that looks way bigger than the one we normally get. Okay, it's very tricky to open.
Oh wow, look at his teeth work. Look how he opens his bottle. He's so creative with how he opens things. Also, you do want to hurry up and get the meat back in the fridge. So
Yeah,
let's do that.
we don't want it growing bacteria. For those who don't know, the coconut aminos is just essentially like a soy sauce or maybe even like a lighter version of a teriyaki sauce. Have you ever had coconut aminos before?
I didn't even know coconut aminos existed. I think the first time you like put it on a list and I went grocery shopping for it, I had to ask what it even was at the store. I still don't know exactly what it is, but I know it tastes good.
It tastes really good. I think I prefer it over soy sauce and maybe even teriyaki sauce.
Okay.
How did you remember that one was mine?
Because I just correlate it with mine's on the right, yours is on the left.
Ooh.
But sometimes when things are very close in measurements and I need to put something in the oven, what I'll do is I'll put mine on the right and I'll just remember, I'm not always right, but I am right now. It's so easy to forget things when you're multitasking. You have to think of these little tricks to help yourself out. So now I'm gonna reintroduce the veggies to the wok. I'm gonna stir it around. Let me see what seasonings this recipe asks for. But you see there's still a little bit of cooking left to do on the meat, but that's okay.
Now, I will say I'm pretty shocked at how well the food actually tastes. And I know you, not just from when you're making food, but I'm saying like the kind of meals that ChatGPT tells us to make, I'm quite shocked that it's pretty good.
Sometimes it sounds weird, the combinations they throw out, but so far there's only been a couple of them that really didn't taste very good.
So for instance, one of our first meals was beef liver salad. That was a little rough for me. I know liver is supposed to be really good for you, but I think I would prefer to take it in like a pill form. It was a little bit too much. But what's another meal that you weren't a huge fan of?
Anything with arugula. There's a lot of stuff with arugula in the beginning that I wasn't huge on. Aside from that, everything is pretty good. It's coming out very slow, so I know it looks like I'm putting a ton of it on here, but I'm not.
I feel like in the video it's just gonna show you doing it for at least 2 minutes.
If I don't use enough, Sandy will complain.
I do not
So
complain.
I have to make sure the coloring is right on the meat. She can tell it's been coconut aminoed up. And now I'm just gonna let this kind of cook in here. With the coconut amino, since it adds a layer of liquid, it's not gonna burn out as fast. It's actually gonna absorb. Probably let it cook for like 1 more minute and then we'll be good to go.
Wow, that looks so good.
While it's doing that, talk about multitasking here. I have to make chicken for our chicken stir fry we're having for lunch. So see, I'm on the left, you're on the right now. Put the coconut.
See, I would have just said like, I'm the blue bowl and you're the green bowl.
Sometimes it's hard to remember colors. So let's go ahead.
And you guys, kudos to Jerid because we don't have a ton of space in here and he just kills it every time. I get sometimes a little overwhelmed at the lack of space that we have and because I feel like everything is everywhere, but he always keeps his composure every single time. It's very impressive.
You just gotta have fun with it. Oh wow, look how he lays his parchment paper down. Exact slices every time.
Ooh, look how he drinks his coffee.
Can you imagine how delicious it tastes? Quick note, I'm sure we've all seen Gordon Ramsay yell at people for this, but you gotta wash your hands after you touch raw chicken before you touch anything else, which you'll see me do.
Which some people actually wash their chicken. You should wash the chicken, we just don't do it, so we'll see.
I don't wash the chicken, but what I do is I'll just dip it like that, ba-ba-ba-ba-boom.
I guess the question is, did you wash your hands before you touch the chicken?
Oh yeah, you guys have been watching me the whole time. I've washed my hands several times. I actually took a shower right before I hopped into the kitchen. I took the chicken in there with me. I cleaned it up.
Jerid does make a mean chicken. Again, way better than me.
I don't know.
It's almost like offensive how good he is when he makes chicken.
Chicken is one of the things that's highly debatable. I do feel like you make better chicken than me. Maybe one day we'll do a little bake-off and we could have multiple people try the chicken. Seasoning-wise, we always try to add salt to everything. Sea salt to be exact.
Sea salt to be exact. Let's give a little shout out to the sea salt that we use.
Salt work, handcrafted sea salt.
Flaky sea salt.
And I only put it on one side of the chicken. I feel like that's enough. And what I like to do, I play a little game where I try to only get the seasoning on the chicken.
Wow, that's a lot of garlic.
You see that though?
I see it.
And then, of course, we got the people in the stands. Oh, wow, look at that. I'm gonna use that when I get back to my restaurant. Can you imagine?
Now, quick question.
It's always a lot of can you imagine.
This is very exciting, but what about the stir fry here?
It's still doing good. Because I have it on low heat, so really it's just in a simmer mode.
Uh-huh.
It is starting to film a little bit. Now I'll go ahead, I'll turn off the actual heat. So as far as the chicken, we'll go ahead and flip it. You might notice I'm touching raw chicken.
So what do you have to do? I want to give you guys also just more info on our health plan. The cool thing about it is that even though the doctor is in another state, we do have those meetings every other week. We also do a lot of our own blood work here, and he's able to even order more blood work if we need it. We are always touchy base with him. If we have any questions, we talk to him via WhatsApp, which has been very helpful, especially during the 48-hour fast, or if we have any questions regarding like our test results for our blood sugar or ketones. He's really accessible to us, so it's been really nice that we've been able to combine our medical care here, you know, when it comes to blood work versus giving it to him and him using that to progress our program. It's very custom to what you are going through physically and your abilities via like doctors. So if your doctor is not able to order something, he's able to do that for you.
All right, so now we are ready to eat. The chicken is gonna cook for 16 minutes on each side. I'm gonna go ahead and plate the food. See, the plating is where all of the magic happens.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
I thought you just put it in the bowl.
Yeah, but there's a process to it.
Do you want to tell us about the process?
Oh, I think if you're watching this right now, you're seeing the process. But after you plate it,
You garnish it?
I don't know if you've ever seen like in the restaurants where like they wipe the plate.
What?
Dang. Okay, now let's get yours. This wok is a little flimsy. We have to make sure it doesn't spill. You know, a little crispy right there. Not a big deal. I did take out the garlic, not to worry, I think. Hopefully it wasn't zucchini.
It was a gamble.
And now,
Breakfast
let's
is
eat.
served. Hopefully you enjoy that little cooking class from our food blogger, Jerid. I feel like he killed it. And we'll definitely share more recipes as we continue on our health journey because I know a lot of you guys have a ton of questions and are so curious about it. But I'm just loving Jerid making food. I'm not mad at it.
And I'm loving making it. Well, we didn't record eating it, but what would you have rated the meal that they saw me create?
I would rate it a 9.5.
Wow, with our new grading system, that's extremely generous.
I know, that's right. We're supposed to be more tough. Fine, I'll give it a 7.3.
Whoa. You get stay with the 9.5. Stay with the 9.5.
All right, well, it's the next day, or the next night, I should say, because after we ate, we ended up just doing stuff around the house, and the day got away from us.
And I cooked like 5 more meals.
Plus, he cooked my next day meals for for when I go to work. But it's time to give you guys our official announcement. This video is going to be the last video we put on YouTube while I'm working my 9-to-5 job. If you guys don't know, Jared and I have been doing YouTube for a little over 2 years, and I've also along that whole time been working my 9-to-5 job, and it's been pretty intense, wouldn't you say?
I mean, we literally just have a few hours during the week every day and then the weekends to film, and it's left very little time for anything personal.
Yeah, so usually how it works is that on the weekends we'll film, and then if we don't finish up on the weekends, then after work during the week we'll go ahead and we'll film more, and then it just gets late. And I feel like as time has progressed, we want to do even more videos and different kinds of videos, and that time limitation has really restricted us, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's been many times where we film at a thrift store on Tuesday night. We get home at like 10. I edit all night.
Yeah.
You know, you're working on the thumbnail until 3 in the morning. So this is definitely going to give us more free time and hopefully allow us to create a lot more content.
Yeah, it's definitely felt like I've been pouring into 2 different cups and neither one of them is getting fulfilled like I would like. So because you guys have been amazing and showing us so much love, we've been able to have me no longer work my 9-to-5 job and really take the leap of faith, the huge jump into faith, and see how this goes. Because our plan is to go full time at it, you know, travel around the US, possibly international, and create some really fun videos for you guys.
I think the plan moving forward is the next few months we have to transition out of the current house that we're in, which means decluttering. And that's kind of why we're down here in this garage, because like you said, this is where most of our stuff is, but we also have to get a new truck.
Yeah, so we have to get a new truck, which we were talking about getting a Ford F-250, but Jared actually brought up a really great idea last night. He said we should look into the Ford F-350 that has, like, what do they call the utility compartments on the outside?
Almost like a city worker truck.
Yeah. At first I thought, I'm not really sure about this, but if you guys are familiar, our Airstream trailer doesn't have very many like compartments on the outside of the trailer for storage. So this would allow us to kind of have both, especially because we plan on doing this full time. We definitely need a space.
Yeah, so I'll put a picture on the screen of what the truck looks like so you guys can check it out.
Yeah.
And if you guys want us to do a video, we've done one in the past looking for a car, but if you want to go along in this truck hunt, definitely let us know and we'll bring you guys along.
Yeah, or if you guys have recommendations on maybe a towing vehicle that maybe we're not thinking of, let us know. We can check those out too. But I think for right now, we're kind of stuck on the Ford.
Yeah, and I'm thinking like 2011 to 2015.
He's very specific because he's been looking up reviews, and I guess those years are like the best towing years.
Yeah, I think buying a new truck that blew up after 2 years gave me PTSD, so I'm doing all the research I can to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Yeah, so it's crazy to think that by the time you're watching this, it will be officially my last day at work, and it's honestly very nerve-wracking, exciting. I'm just processing it all still, but I'm very excited, and I have faith that everything's gonna go great.
And you know, maybe because I don't think people know exactly what you are doing at work, maybe a little bit of insight, because I see questions all the time, what you do, where you work. Maybe don't say exactly where you worked, but maybe give a little bit of the experience of the last 3 years at that job.
I work at a high school, and I'm not a teacher. I actually work at a wellness center. I work with 2 therapists, and I help do triage in the wellness center. So when students come in, if they're having a hard time, if they feel like they need to decompress, or maybe they're having a crisis and they need to speak to somebody, I refer them to our therapist. And so that's what I've been doing for almost 4 years, and it's been so amazing. I think that as the years have gone on, I feel like so invested into what I'm doing. I wish I could do more. I feel very limited. And I think that's why as we merge YouTube in our lives and then with this job, I feel like maybe we could spread more awareness through YouTube. And I think that's kind of what is exciting about taking this new chapter on the road and maybe getting in contact with different programs or resources that we're even able to share out to you guys. So it's pretty exciting.
Very exciting stuff.
What's not exciting is the fact that we have to declutter all of our things. As Jared's mentioned before, I kind of have hoarder tendencies. So I feel like this garage is definitely more of a picture of what that looks like versus our storage, because our storage is fairly new. But we have been living where we live now for about 5 to 6 years, and it's a lot smaller than where we used to live. So a lot of our things here are, you know, when we lived in a bigger home. So we really have to go through it and see what we decide we want to keep and what we don't want to keep. So if you guys actually want to see a video of us going through through every single item. Maybe not every single item, but going through those items.
Yeah, if you want to watch a 12-hour video, because just to give some insight here, I'm looking at 37 totes behind you.
Yeah.
There's 3 totes underneath you. And then to the left where you're not able to see, there's another 20 totes. And to put in perspective the ratio, probably 4 to 5 of those are my things. I think the rest of them is your stuff, maybe some shared things.
I would probably do more than 4 to 5, but we'll see. I'll actually count it. So when we do film it, I'll let you guys know how many tubs Jerid has. We also have stuff in our upstairs garage. And I will say, since I am not going to be working anymore, I will definitely be refurbishing that furniture that I never got to because we just got so busy, and we'll have to sell those before we actually take off. We did decide that as we declutter our things, we're going to see if we want to sell it on eBay or go to like a swap meet and do like a booth, which I think would be a cool video.
I even talked about one of the local churches that we have a relationship with has a huge parking lot, and we thought it would be cool to maybe throw like a little event there and have food trucks and dunk tanks. So if any of you guys are in Southern California or would be willing to travel to Southern California and want to really see what's inside of these totes and how much you could purchase it for, let us know and we could set up an event like that. But another thing that we're going to do moving forward, well, you're going to do, if you want to share it, is you're going to do Amazon affiliate program stuff.
This is such a cool thing about us doing this full time, is that before I didn't have time to really share a lot of the products that I enjoy, even though I know you guys, even in the comments, had asked about it, and I've tried to get back to all of you guys. But I am going to do the Amazon affiliate program. So it's fun and exciting because I'll actually be able to interact with you guys more and share with you guys the items that I'm loving. And if you guys want to try them out, you can always just at least check them out and see if you like them. But I would love for you guys to let us know what items you're loving, and then that way we can test it out and see how we like it.
And the other thing that obviously we've been working on, and we did a little bit so far, but we're going to do a lot more of it, is selling things on eBay. Again, thank you so much for all the people that did purchase things off of our eBay account. But why don't you show them a few things that might pop up on that store?
This might be, if you guys are not familiar with the alligator item that we did a few videos ago, check it out, because this might be up there where I'm not sure if I want to sell it. If you guys remember one of our garage sale videos, probably one of our first ones, I found this super cute snail. Look how adorable that is. And, whoa, sticky. And it's like a little jar.
That's not very familiar. Ugh, sticky.
Well, it's the styrofoam.
Oh, gotcha.
So it's a little jar and it's so cute. It's just right now we don't have space for it, so that's why we haven't actually put it out. But I love this. It's just so unique. But let us know if we should sell this, because I'm having a hard time saying yes.
How about this? Let us know what you would pay for that, and maybe that would make it easier to decide if we want to sell it or not. Because if it's only worth like $10, we might as well just keep it. You know?
Okay, another item that, originally I saw this, I believe, at Goodwill, and I only found one of them. And there's like a set. It's a set of 3. And then I went to another Goodwill and I found the other 2. It's like a home run. Look how cute this is.
Look at that. I feel like we're doing a whatnot right now. All right, place your bids. Come on, you got 10 seconds.
Okay, so it's so cute because I don't know how I'm going to do all of them, but then there's this one.
It almost looks like you could put plants in there too if you want to.
It is a little chipped. I think it's just like a really old, like vintage look for the jar.
Produced in 2018?
No.
Well, there you go.
I actually haven't even looked it up on eBay, so I don't even know what it would go for. And then we have the bigger tub.
All the same design. If you've seen one of the designs, you saw them all.
It's also very different, guys, because of the color. That I think I would be more open to selling because we just don't have space for it. And I just would want somebody just to really be able to experience the jars. They're so beautiful, but the snail kind of up in the air about. And another thing I'm sure we can all relate on is, as Jerid and I have progressed in our weight throughout the years, you know, gone up there.
Why don't you just say we've gained weight, you know? You don't have to be so political about it. I've gotten pretty fat. I don't fit into most of the clothes that I had 3 years ago.
As we've gained weight throughout all of these years, we actually been setting aside the clothes that haven't been fitting us because, you know, you guys know. I'm pretty excited. I'm feeling good. I can't wait to do even more movement. But if you guys can tell, maybe not, I would want to say maybe a third of these tubs are probably clothes I'm going to fit into one day.
And I'm very excited about that because instead of having to go to Ross to get new clothes or go to like Marshall's, because I have a lot of clothes that we've gotten recently, I can just go through one of these bins and and go shopping pretty much for free.
Well, that's the thing. It's a little tricky because yes, some clothes stay on the trend, you know what I mean? Some clothes still look good, but other clothes, maybe they're not so much trendy, or maybe they don't fit you the way they used to fit you. So we'll probably either donate those, or depending on how the actual quality of them are, maybe we'll sell them.
I mean, I don't care if it's trendy. If it fits, I'm wearing it. I'm not too worried about the trends.
It's just a transitional clothes as you continue to lose more weight.
Exactly.
Surprise! We have another announcement.
Last announcement for this video, which has been very different than the other content that we've been putting up. So I'm very curious to know if you've enjoyed it, if you want to see more recipes, if you want to see us go through all of this stuff, do more day in the lifestyle blog content. But one conversation.
And I swear, we'll get better. So just stay tuned for it.
Yeah, let us know. Give us some tips. And another conversation that we've thrown around in the past, but we never fully committed to, is possibly offering the opportunity for you guys to be a part of a Patreon or channel member. That would probably entail lives, extra bonus content, of course, getting priority when we do our scavenger hunts. So I don't know, if you guys have any feedback on us doing something like that, definitely let us know in the comments. Would you A, want to be a member of something like that if we did it? And do you have a preference on what platform you would like to be a member on? But I really just want to thank everyone for being a part of this journey with us. You've been so amazing. All of the comments, especially on, I think, the more recent videos where we talked about personal things that we were going through, have really been touching. It transcends the comment section in a YouTube video. Yeah. You've really become part of our lives. We can't wait for this next chapter. And I just can't wait to hit the road with that Ford F-350 possibly.
I just want to thank you guys so much. You have no idea. We have been wanting to do this for over 10 years, and we would not be able to do this without your guys' support. And it's overwhelming to really think about, and makes me emotional to think about that we are able to have this chance to do this. So just thank you so much. And we want to have this be an open conversation amongst us and you guys. So let us know what you guys think about either the affiliate or the Patreon or membership. We want to have that conversation with you guys.
And if you really want to get the snail, or if you really want the alligator, she will definitely sell it. It'll take a little bit of persuading, but I know she'll let it go. And you know, I want to know in the comments, because this has been a very hard decision for Sandy to make, because she really enjoys the work that she does. Yeah. But it's only for the betterment of the rest of our lives and for our ability to get out there and explore. So I want to know, what is the toughest decision you've ever had to make in life in order to get something that you wanted to go after? I
can't wait to hear you guys' responses and feel like you guys feel what I'm feeling right now, because it is difficult and I'm going to miss the kids, but I'm excited to get out there and make more connections with other programs and resources out there. So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.